Hi and welcome to the Ultimate Beginner Online Course Blueprint with me, Blessing on my car. Yeah. Okay, so I'm so excited that you make it to this point. For you to be watching this video, it means that you're actually ready and you actually want to not just make impact but also profit from your knowledge, right? So that's what we're going to be covering, how you're going to package your knowledge as a course. So by the end of this training, you're going to learn a guaranteed blueprint for creating and launching your first online course from scratch, even if you're not techie. Because one of the problems that I hear from people complaining is that I'm not techie, I don't know how to operate this operate this software, I don't know this, I don't know that. So even if you're not techie, these blueprints will actually guide you to actually launch your first online course. So what we'll learn by the end of this training is the 11-step blueprint for creating your online course. I'm going to show you the 11-step blueprints, right? But I'm not going to treat all of them. So the first thing you have to understand is that you have to activate the right mindset to creating your course. Because online course is easy but not easy. I'll explain. At some point, you will have this feeling when you're creating a course, if you're really making sense. You start to doubt yourself. So it's easy that you want to share your knowledge, but it's not easy that at some point you have to shiver, you have to doubt yourself, you have to question yourself, and at the end you might stop halfway. So that is the first thing we're going to treat, how to activate the right mindset. Then the first step is to define your target audience. After that particular bonus, you're going to start with defining your target audience, the people that need your course. Secondly, identify your course topic or idea. Thirdly, defining the course outcome, the result you want people to achieve after taking your course, and naming your course, market validation, outlining your course, ordering them in modules and lessons, creating your course contents, choosing your delivery method, pricing and packaging, tools and techniques to get started with, which you will not need any techy things that will confuse you, marketing and distribution strategy. All right, so we're going to cover 4 of these. We're going to cover 4 of these. Okay, so we're going to look into the activation of the course of the right mindset. We're going to define your target audience. We're going to identify your course topic. We're going to define the course outcome, right? These are the things we're going to cover today, and naming your course as well, right? So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So meet me. Before we jump into it, meet me. It's important you meet people, right? So my name is Blessing Omaka, and this is me here. I'm the founder of Digital Creators Africa, and a community where we empower creators to actually create, to become the creators they've always envisioned to be. So I'm an author, a content strategist, and detailed product creation expert. So why do I do what I do? That is one important thing that I love to talk about, because there must be a why before anything. So there was a time in 2019, when I started out, I was doing trainings on WhatsApp. I was using WhatsApp to do trainings, but it was very overwhelming because I had to chase my students around to actually come to class, actually go through the class, actually reply, actually respond to assignments and the rest of them. It was very overwhelming. So at some point I got frustrated. I said, in 2020, I said, okay, maybe this is how it works. Let me continue it. But I wasn't happy, right? And I came to the realization that the time that was convenient for me, maybe 8 p.m., 9 p.m., wasn't convenient for them. So they needed something that was convenient for them. So I had to ask myself, is there no other way that they can access this at their own convenient time and not overwhelm me? I realized that online course is the best way for that. They can access it at any location, anytime, any day, regardless of where they are. So I started the journey. I started to learn, I started to register for trainings about it. But at some point I was getting more confused and getting clarity, right? Because different people have their own view about something. They were telling me this one was telling me that, this one was telling me this, coupled with the tons of YouTube videos I was watching. So last, I had to sit myself down. I asked myself, what exactly does it take to move from no idea of what to create to creating a course? So I came out with that 11-step process. Some people might tell you it's 7 steps, some people tell you it's 5 steps, some people tell you it's 10 steps. It's fine. anything that works for anyone. Some people tell you 20 steps is fine. Anything that works for anyone. I've seen someone that says 22 steps. Let them use it, okay? But this is my own framework and this is my own format, and I hope you actually implement it and get results, as I've done. Okay, so since I discovered this new good and I have been using it and implement, I've been able to help others, and I don't want to overwhelm you with testimonials, but these are the testimonials I decided to show you. All right, so you can go ahead and read all of them yourself. And this was one of my clients here. She said that she already knew what she wanted to do for a very long time. She knows that she wants to create a course. She knows that she wants to help her audience achieve a specific result, but it was very hard for her to come to the point where she put it together. So she registered with me and I was able to help her to achieve the results, and more of them, right? So let's jump straight into it. If you stay to the end of this training, you're going to learn how to create and launch your first online course. Okay, how to create your first online course from scratch, even if you're not techie. That is one thing I'll promise you. So are you ready? If you're ready, then you have to remove all forms of distraction, get your writing materials, get a chilled drink, very important, and get ready to ride with me. So this is the 11-step process again. The first thing you're going to do is activate your mindset and define your target audience, identify your course topic, define the course outcome, name your course, market validation, outcome for your course, because without market validation, you don't know whether your course is going to be profitable or not. That is a very important step to take. All right, so some people do attach it to something else, but no, I brought it out because it's a whole new topic on its own. So these are the 11-step process, and I told you that we're going to cover only 4. All right, today. Now, how to activate the right mindset to create your course? That is the first thing we're going to start with. I want to ask you a quick question. How long have you been holding that idea that you want to create a course? Like, how long have you been having that idea, the ideology that you want to create a course? Tell yourself, don't tell me. You can tell yourself 2 years, 3 months, 5 months. Have you created one and you stopped halfway? How long? Now, why are you here to create your course? Why are you here to create it? Tell yourself again. Tell yourself the truth. Is mindset. It's your mindset about this topic. It's your mindset about online course. It's your mindset about yourself. It's your mindset about helping people. That is why you're here to do it, right? So mindset plays a significant role in the journey of your course creation. That is why some people omit it, but I don't omit this aspect. So here are 4 common things that you have to hold. These are 4 common things that hold most people back from creating their course. The first thing is perfection. They want everything to be perfect. They want to have the perfect tools. They want to have the perfect voice. As you can see, I'm beautiful, but my own voice is not that perfect, right? And I don't care. They want the best environment. If they want to do videos, they want the best. They want everything to be top notch. So when everything is not top notch, they feel inadequate and they give excuses that when it's perfect, they will do it. But trust me, it will never get perfect. Nothing will ever get, even your life will not get perfect. Okay, so you don't have to look for perfection. You have to create a great course, not a perfect course. A transformational course, not a course that will create experience for your audience, not a perfect course. Okay, so the another thing is the feeling of inadequate. They feel inadequate, right? Let me pause this. Right, so they feel inadequate. Who am I that people will listen to me? Who am I that people will pay me to listen to me? Who am I that people will actually learn from me? Who am I that we create something that it will make sense? Who am I that people will pay, right? So all these questions of who am I is another reason why people actually stay for a very long time without creating a course. Another thing is fear of what people will say. What will people say? How will people see it? Will people like it? Will it do this? Those that know me from my past life, what will they say? How people view me when I come to talk about something? So these are the questions that is actually holding you back from doing the things, and it all boils down to your mindset. Another thing is fear of is comparison. You're comparing yourself with someone else that is doing that same thing you want to do, and you'd be like, I am not like this person. This person is doing this thing, and people are going to this person. I am not. I don't have what it takes. They're already saying it all. Listen, nobody can say it like you, and nobody can play your part. That is one thing you should understand. And that person that is doing it is doing his own part. That's another thing you have to understand. And before you compare yourself with anybody, you have to ask yourself, how long has this person been doing this? And this person has been doing this thing for over 10 years, and you're just starting out and you compare yourself with that. That is very crazy, right? So these are the things that have been holding you back. These are the general things that hold people back. But instead of looking at this thing, instead of actually letting this thing to trap you, this is what you should do instead, right? You should think of yourself. Think of the life you want to create from creating a course. You know, course runs on its own. It brings in the income for you on its own. You might not be there. People will discover your course and pay you. I get people pay me at night, in the morning, anytime, right? Think of yourself. Think of the impact. Think of what it will do to you. Think of the confidence it will give to you for having financial confidence, right? Think of the impact it will do to you to actually make decisions for yourself. Think of the lifestyle you want when you create a course. Think of yourself. That is the next thing. That's the first thing. Then think of others. Think of your audience, the people that will need your course. Let's say you're creating a course for people that are going through traumatic relationship and you're holding back that message. Think of the person that you will save through that information or through that transformation. Just think of that person. Think of the impact it will give them. Think of the thank you that they will send to you for actually letting your own light shine for them to see. Think of others. Now I want you to think of your business. Think of your business. What is the impact this is going to make to your business? When you create a course, people see you as an expert in that particular topic you're talking about. So think of people coming to you as that expert that you are or you ought to be. So think of it that way. When you think of these three things, there is no way you will not have a mind shift about creating your course, right? So these are the three things you should focus on yourself, your audience, and your business. Not all those things. Not all those other things, right? So the first thing is to define your course topic. Before you define your course topic, you have to go through 5 steps. You have to ask yourself, what skills do I have? What skills do you have? Let's say you know how to sew. Let's say I have 5 skills. I know how to sew. I know how to make hair. I know how to teach. I know how to, that is public speaking, right? I know how to create course. I know how to create content. These are my skills. I'm telling you the skills I have, right? So now, where do you get frequent questions around? Which among these do you always get frequent question around? Let's say out of these 5 skills, I always get frequent questions around content creation and online course creation, right? So I'll ask myself, which do I love doing among these 2? Honestly, I love doing these 2 so much so that it feels like my life evolves around them. When I'm not talking about them, I don't think there is another thing I'm talking about, right? So it's that bad. So I love doing both of them, but still, we want to pick one that we're going to look into. So we're going to ask ourselves, do I have experience on that particular one I've picked? Let's say we are still going with the 2, online course creation and content creation. Yeah, I have experience in both of them. So am I good at it? I am super good at both of them. Then I have to create course on 2 of them, but I have to pick one first. What you to understand is okay that you can create course around 2 things, but let it be something that you are known for in the online space. Don't create something that is just out of it. Let me give you an example. Let's say I'm known for content creation and online course creation. Then I just come out and create course on relationship. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't rhyme. Or I come up, I create content course on what will I put? Something that is just out of it about marriage. When I'm not married, it doesn't make sense, right? So create course around something that people have known you for over time, because you're not creating the course for yourself, you're creating it for people that needs it. Right, that being said, the next thing is to define your target audience. Who are the people that are going to actually need your course? After you've known your course topic, you know that you want to create course on online course creation. Who are the people that will need your course? Now, this course my course on online course creation is for people, coaches that wants to actually minimize selling that time, right? And they want to actually create something that will fly even in their absence and serve their audience. It's for beginners, course creators, people that have never created course before, right? So this is for coaches, online business owners that wants to make their knowledge available and make people actually access them regardless of time, day, and location. These are my target audience. So who are the people that always come to ask you questions? These are the people that basically come to ask me questions. And these are the people that I've worked with and I'm working with and I will still work with. So what similarities do they have in common? People that always come and ask you questions. What similarities do they have in common? What are the things that they always talk about or they always come to ask you about? That's the similarities. What are the people you love to help with your skills? That's another thing. Yes, these are the people that come to ask you questions. These are the people that your course is designed to serve. But who are the people that you feel good to help? That you know that your course will help. It's at the end of the day, it's about you being able to give the value, the maximum value you have to give because you feel good about it, right? So let's say you are not okay talking to or working with women or working with men. There's no point creating a course around those people that you don't like working with or you don't like talking to, right? That is it. Okay, the next thing is to define the course outcome. When someone takes your course, what is the thing that they're going to achieve by the end of the day? You have to be crystal clear about it. So by the end of the day, if you take my course, you should be able to create your own online course. By the end of the day, if you take my course on content creation, you should be able to create your own content, right? So that is the outcome. Be able to understand the results that your audience are going to achieve by the end of your course. Now, they're going to take a short view of how to do that. You have to take out a sheet of paper. That's one thing you have to do. Draw a line across the book. A line across the book. Now, define where your audience is right now at the first point, and on the other end of the line, define where they desire to be after taking your course, right? Now, let's say at the beginning, if I'm doing this for myself or for you, rather, at the first point is that you don't have any course and you are actually confused about how to create a course. Now, at the other point is that you've created your course and you're happy you've done that. You've let everything out from your head and you're giving it out. That's where you want to be. Okay, so now that is how to create a course outcome. If I should be able to define where you are right now and where you want to be in the future, then I am good to go with actually create a course that will create transformation for you. Okay? Now, the next thing is naming your course. After you've created your course outcome, you've defined the thing that someone that is taking your course is going to achieve. The next thing is to name your course. What is the thing that you're going to put out there? Have you ever gone to buy a book? You understand that when you get to a bookstore, the names are the things, the name on the book are the things that will make you make buying decisions. Same way, the name on your course is what will make people know that this is for them. Just imagine this training that is on course creation and I put it how to design websites. You will not take it if that is not what you want, right? So you have to, and when the person clicks on it is another thing, it doesn't make sense. So you have to put something that actually grabs the attention, actually solve a problem for them. So that you're going to use ROT framework. ROT means results, objections, and time bound. So what does your audience wants to achieve? What do you want to achieve? Let's use this particular one. What do you want to achieve? You want to create a course. That is the result. What is your objection? Objection is the thing that is hindering the person from achieving that result. The objection is that you're not techie, right? The objection is that you're afraid. The objection is that you're confused, right? The objection is that you don't know how to structure. The objection is that you don't know how to name it. The objection is that you don't know how to price it. So what are the objections? Pick one of the objections. But most times, the common objection people that wants to create content is that they're not techie. Okay, take the one that is common. They're always talking about now time bound. Let's say I want to help you create your course in 5 or in 10 easy steps, even if you're not techie. Okay, how to create your online course in 5 days, even if you're not techie. I have results, you'll be able to create your course. Objection, you're not taking. Time bound, 5 days. Hope this is making sense to you, right? So we just covered 4 out of the 11 blueprints you need to create your course, right? Basically, we covered 5. Basically, we covered 5 points because we covered the mindset, we covered the topic, we choose the topic, we identified the target audience, and we defined the outcome, and now we've named the course. These are 5 things we've covered right now. So, but we have 7 more ways to go, right? First, the fifth thing is that you have to validate your course to know if it is actually going to fly or not, if people are going to pay for it, if people are willing to pay for it. You have to use my 6-step process to be able to validate it. Then the 6th thing is that you're going to align your course, how it's going to actually make the person that's going to take it achieve the results sequentially, okay, without omitting one. Now you're going to create your course content. You're going to remove the things that are not needed and the things that are needed. Then you're going to choose your delivery method and the right delivery method for you, and the pricing and packaging. Because a lot of people make a mistake when it comes to pricing, that sometimes they'll be like, I've made a mistake, and it's like, this my course is too I've priced myself so low. You understand? So you understand how you to price yourself so that you don't feel that bad. Now you have to understand tools and techniques to get started so that you not say you're not taking. And the last thing is marketing and distribution strategy you're going to use. So these are the things that is remaining for you to actually create your course. So where do you go from here? You can decide to go on Google or YouTube and search for how to do all that. After all, I've given you all of the right. Or you go home and keep using your already known system of teaching on WhatsApp, Telegram, and the rest of them. Or you do this. Here's the good news. Now, Digital Creators Africa is inviting you to 5 days course creation challenge. Yeah, it's a challenge where you'll be challenged to create your first online course from scratch, even if you're not taking, within 5 days. 5 days, and we're starting next week. I don't know when you're watching this, all right? So you need a step-by-step guidance, and because of that, I've made access to the challenge absolutely free. So relax. So you will get my guidance and attention in the journey of your course for 5 days for free. You're going to get that challenge for free. Now you will have the opportunity to, when you join the challenge, you will have the opportunity to ask me any questions you're confused about. You're going to have the privilege to meet and connect with other great minds, and you'll be given tasks and deadline to complete it with a penalty if you don't. All right, so don't be turning it up. Relax. I'm your girl. All right, the last thing is that you'll be able to complete your first course within 5 days if you do as you're being told. Okay, so what is more sweet than this? What is more sweeter than this? So to get access to all this in the challenge and more, you have to get the ultimate online course blueprint for you to be able to flow and implement in the challenge. So if I give you access to the challenge, it's free, fine. But if you don't have the remaining of the things I've covered and the beginning itself with examples and tasks, you won't be able to implement. So I want you to imagine buying a workbook. Like back then we were in secondary primary school, we do textbook and workbook. Just imagine buying a workbook and not getting the textbook. How? Just tell me, how are you going to know BC is a girl? They'll say Dash is a girl. How will you know is BC or is Bimbo or is Ada? Dash is a girl. If you don't just guess and write, you fail, right? So same way, if you join the challenge without the ultimate online course blueprint, you are set to not create your course. Now I want you to imagine again, buying a textbook without the workbook. You end up just reading the book and not implementing, right? So workbook helps you to implement. Both of them are very important. You need a textbook to read and you need a workbook to implement. That's why I'm bringing this challenge, making it available for free so that you're able to read your textbook, which is the ultimate online course blueprint, and implement. Okay, so this challenge starts on the 18th of January, that is Monday, and ends on 22nd of January, that is Friday, right? So you need to be rest assured your course topic is needed. That is one thing you need to know. You need to go through the market demand using my 6-step formula. You must be able to price your course using my tier process and not feel bad. You must know you're solving your audience problem by using my course outcome framework and not gaze. Okay, you need to know you are not including content that are not needed or removing the ones that are highly needed, and you must be sure you are not making the mistake most creators make. There is a big mistake people make. Okay, let me tell you one of the mistakes. There are many of them. They just come out and tell you new course alert, new book alert. You don't do that. You don't do that. On online space, it's just like raping. It's just like raping people. Okay, so you don't just come and tell people new course alert, buy. No. It's a big mistake. So you're going to learn the mistakes and avoid them. Then how do you actually what do you do if you don't have to do that? You learn it. You must know the equipment you must get started with, all right, to ditch your excuses. And most importantly, you have to implement as you learn, which is the challenge. Okay, so you're going to get what? A bonus worth 15,000, and you get 1 year access to the video trainings, which is Ultimate Online Course Blueprints, and you will have access to me in the challenge group, where you get the opportunity to ask me any question and also connect with others, and you will have 3 months money back guarantee if after going through my process you were unable to create your course. An apology letter from me. Okay, I know. Now, how do you get started already? The price for the Ultimate Online Course Blueprint is 30,000, but for this challenge, and because I want you to be able to implement and get this done, you're getting for 4,999, which is approximately 5,000. So this is my way of helping you get started in this new year with a course, with a product that will sell for you in your absence. So, but this offer is only for the next 24 hours. That is, the price goes up to 15,000 and onwards and onwards and onwards if you don't take advantage of this. This challenge is only available for 20 people, and once the slots are covered, I will close this offer, because I want to pay close attention to these 20 people. So are you one of these 20 people? I want you to imagine that the only thing you learned from this challenge when you join is how to know your course idea will be profitable. Just know that every time you want to create something, you are rest assured that it will be profitable by using my 6-step framework to validate it. And you were able to replicate it to other things you create online. Just imagine that and tell me how it feels. So if that is what you want, I want you to see the bonus you get. There's no point creating a course without presentation slides. So you're going to get my presentation slide mastery course that is worth 15,000 for free if you join. Right? So let's get you started. What you'll get: access to the 5 days challenge, value 20,000. Today you get it for free. Access to me for 5 days, valued 100,000 here for free. Access for the complete pack of the Ultimate Online Course Blueprint, valued 30,000, today 4,999. And access to the presentation / mastery course, valued 15,000, and here you get it for free. So the only thing you're getting is the Ultimate Online Course Blueprint only. The rest you get it for free. So total value is 165,000, but today is a whopping giveaway of 4,999. Right? So to access it, this is payment details, and immediately you're done with this, if you're paying through this bank payment or through the link, base tag link, fine. But if you're paying through this, then you may have to send a message of proof of payment to 07049885401. Okay, so you're going to send it to that number and actually get access to the community. All right, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you inside, and don't forget, you have only 24 hours to take advantage of this offer. See you inside.